Hello everyone. In this video, I am going to explain you about the leadership, which is most important concept and topic in business organization and organizational behavior. Today, I am going to describe meaning, characteristics, types, theories and styles of leadership. First and foremost, what is leadership? Leadership consists so many challenges and so much strategy has to be implemented, and the leader should have a vision and mission, and he has to manage the total aspects carefully, effectively and efficiently, and he should also build the teamwork. He should have a goal, and he should always motivate his subordinates. So the leadership is a process and status as well. The directors, executive, administrators, managers, and bosses would generally fall into a category called a leader. So, having said that, without leadership, we can't run the business properly. So the leadership will always leads and towards the success and achievement of the goals and objectives of the organization. So the word leadership can bring to mind a variety of images. See what Bill Gates said that as we look ahead into the next century, leaders will be those who empower others. And what Johnny Syria told that leadership is not a person, it is a position. It is a complex moral relation between people based on their trust and their responsibility, obligation, accountability, commitment, emotion, and shared vision of the good. So ultimately, what exactly the above definition tells us and refers us, leadership is a process and status as well, and it should always a good maintain good relation between the people based on their trust and their faith and their commitment, sincerity, dedication, and shared vision of the goodness. So this is what exactly the leadership refers, right? What are the different types of leaders? Leaders by position, it can be achieved. Leaders by personality, depending on your personality and depending on your character, you can build as a leader. Leader by moral example. Leader by power held. And the person who is also have intellectual capacity, that leader is called as an intellectual leader. And leader because of ability to accomplish things. So how he performs the things and how he accomplishes the things, how we handle the situations, how he is convincing the people, how we tackle the consequences, depend on that that real leader will emerge in the society and the business organization as well. So, having said that, let me go for you what exactly the qualities of a good leader as far as the leadership is concerned. So, the loyalty, the L refers loyalty, excellence, attitude, D for discipline, execution, reliability, S for service, H for humility, I for integrity, P for personality. So all these things will be called as there are the good qualities of leader as far as the leadership the first letter is concerned. So the loyalty, excellence, attitude, discipline, education, reliability, service, humility, all these things should be a great qualities of a best leader in present scenario. Having said that, let me also make you understand that who is a leader, a person who influences a group of people towards the achievement of the goal. So, the person who directs, who guides, who provides proper suggestions, and who influences the group of people. What exactly the main aim? The main aim to achieve the goals and objectives of an organization. Right. Again, I'm going to tell you what are the qualities of a good leadership. A leader has a multi-dimensional traits, means qualities which make him effective behavior. And there are some requisites, the traits and qualities of a person to be a good leader is first and foremost thing is a intelligence. Leader should have a high level of intelligence with sound educational and technical background, not just educational background, and it should also, the person should also have technical background. And the emotional stability, the second one, a leader should be emotionally stable. He should not lose temper at any stage, at any cost, at any situation. Depend on the situation, he has to follow. He has to maintain emotional stability towards the contextual understanding. The third point I would like to mention here is understanding human behavior, because the management is just it is to understand about the human behaviors, emotions, needs, because different persons are having different perceptions, different attitudes, different thought levels, different opinions. So what he has to do, he should be able to deal with the people. So the main and vital aspect is understand the human behavior. The fourth point I would like to mention here is understand the views of others. The leader should understand the views of others. Means what he is thinking. The sympathy and empathy we are calling now, we are talking about in the shoes of others. We are thinking about in the views of others. Depend on that, he has to take the decision making. Having said that, let me also go for the fifth point is motivating the followers. See, the followers, is not just self motivated. It is not just sufficient to be a self motivated. He should also know how to motivate his followers, his subordinates. The motivating the followers is also playing major role in the leadership quality. The other aspect make you understand is initiative and creative ability. The leader should take initiative, means so without telling something, you should do the work without prompting by somebody, because he has to take the lead to do work, and when then only the others will follow you. The leader should also have creative ability. Having said that, let me also go for the responsibility and decision making. What exactly responsible? He has to feel more responsible, more accountable towards his duties and responsibilities and decision making. Choosing one best alternative among various alternatives is known as the decision making. He should be a good decision maker. And guidance. Leader should be good guide to his subordinates, should tell and demonstrate and suggest and guide the followers in a better way. That is, a proper guidance is always needed by the leader. The personality. The leader should have an attractive and pleasing personality. And the other one, honesty. Leader should be honest, sincere, dedicated, fair, and reasonable in his dealings with his subordinate. He should maintain integrity, honesty. So, having said the qualities of leadership, I will move on to the different theories of leadership. Broadly, there are three theories of leadership. There is a first one is a trait approach. The second one is a behavioral approach, and the third one is a situation approach. First, I will explain you what is trait approach. This theory suggests that an individual who has a traits relevant to the leadership emerges as an effective and efficient leader. What exactly the right approach makes and refers, who makes a successful leader from the leader's his own personal characteristics. The trait means qualities, different qualities the leader should have. As I mentioned, different qualities. Above that, above all, there are some other aspects will also be given in the trait theory of leadership. That is a physical features, intelligence, emotional stability, objectivity, communication skills. He has to communicate steadily, properly, fairly towards his subordinates, and human relations, maintain good human relations with others, and motivation skills, as I mentioned earlier, and social skills, empathy, technical skills. All these should be having the right approach of leadership is concerned. So, what exactly it mentions is the the best leader makes all these qualities. That is the first right theory of approach and right theory of leadership. The second one is behavioral approach or behavioral theory of leadership. According to this approach, leadership is shown by a person's acts more than by his traits. Qualities are not just important, he has to act accordingly. What is the quality he has to act accordingly. The leadership acts will be viewed in two different ways, whether it could be functional or dysfunctional. On the other hand, what exactly the leader should also use different skills, technical, human, and conceptual, to lead his followers. What exactly technical skills refers to? A person knowledge and proficiency in any type of process or technique. He has to include the technical skills as far as the performing the functions, and human skills, how he has to interact with subordinates and with other people effectively and build the teamwork. And what exactly that the conceptual skills? The conceptual skills refers and deals with ideas and enable the manager to deal successfully by making plans, setting goals, motivating the employees for achieving the objectives. These are the different skills as far as the behavioral approach is concerned. The last one in the theories of leadership is a situation approach. So, depend on the situation he has to follow. As I mentioned earlier, the cultural environment will be different from one person to another person. Understanding the employee's behavior requires the understanding of the culture in which he lives, and difference between individuals. One person attitude is different from another person's attitude, and personality characteristics and physical characteristics, interests and motivation, age, education, experience, all these difference between the individuals. So the he has to go ahead according to the situation, and difference between the jobs. So the importance of placing individuals in jobs which he can perform in satisfactory levels. And see, different considerations he has to make into effectively. So different considerations in the sense, what exactly? The economical considerations, legal considerations, personal and social. So different job conditions influence leadership behavior differently, and the difference between some of the organizations, because just for example, in military or any government administration, leadership behavior will be different as compared to the other normal business organizations. So that is about the situational approach. What exactly it refers means, depend on the situation he has to follow. These are the three theories of leadership: right theory, behavioral theory, and situational approach. Then, having said that, let us also understand what exactly the different styles of leadership. There are three types of leadership: autocratic leadership, participative leadership, and free rein leadership. What exactly the autocratic leadership? This is also known as authoritarian and dictatorship. And in autocratic leadership style, a manager centralizes decision making power in himself. He is not decentralized the power. He is not decentralized the decision making. He structures the complete work situation for his employees, and they do what they are told. It means do what I say, no more arguments. Means he is following autocratic way of leadership. Right. The leadership may be negative because followers are uniformed, means insecure and also afraid of leaders' authority. So again, in autocratic leadership, there are three types of autocratic leadership. Strict autocratic means auto means very strict sense. His method as influence subordinates' behavior is through negative motivation, criticizing subordinates and imposing penalty. So that is a strict autocratic. And benevolent autocrat means He centralizes decision making power in him, but motivation styles is positive. Decision making should always be within him only, but where as far as the motivation is concerned, he is behaving in positive way. Some people like to work under strong authoritarian structure, and they derive satisfaction by this type of leadership. In the autocratic leadership, one more is incompetent autocrat, means superiors adopt autocratic leadership style just to hide their incompetency, because in other styles they may be exposed before their subordinates. So but as far as the incompetent autocratic, this can't be used for long time, means he is not putting his effort, and he is not going to expose himself before their subordinates because of his incompetency. Right. That is the first autocratic leadership. Then second one is a participative leadership. This style is also called democratic, consultative, and ideographic. Means basically and normally most of the leadership leaders are participative leaders. Means you should also allow the subordinates in their decision making. And a participation is defined as a mental and emotional involvement of a person in a group situation, which encourages him to contribute to group goals and share responsibility with them. A participative leader or participative manager is always decentralize his decision making process. Instead of taking decisions unilaterally, he emphasizes consultation and participation of his subordinates. Subordinates are broadly informed about the condition affecting them and their jobs. This process emerges from the suggestions and the ideas on which the decisions are based. After taking suggestions, opinions, and their perceptions, the participative participation may be either real, or they are going to take decision by involving the subordinates. And the last one is a free rein leadership, means full freedom. The technique means giving complete freedom to subordinates. In this style, manager once determines the policy, programs, and limitations for action, and the entire process is left to the subordinates. His involvement is very minimum, mostly nil. The group members perform everything, and manager usually maintains contacts with outside persons to bring the information and materials which the group needs. This style is suitable to certain situations where manager can leave a choice to his group. This helps subordinates to develop independent personality. So autocratic, the dictatorial, means the authoritarian style of leadership. Participative, taking subordinates into the decision making. Free reign, in the sense giving complete freedom to the subordinates, and the subordinates to develop independent personality and taking decisions on their own. These are the three types of leadership follows by many leaders. So there are good leaders are made, not born. I have given the picture. All these leaders are made, not born. If you have a desire, willpower, you can become an effective leader. Good leaders develop through never ending process of self study, education, training, and experience. All the pictures which I have given, all the good leaders, they are made, not born. So thank you. Thank you, one and all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying with me. Thank you for your support and encouragement. Thank you, one and all.